Hey everyone, guess what time it is? It's ghosting season. When you've been ghosted by someone, you've been left unread, you've been left behind, you ain't been answered, and you're being ignored. For most, that is the case. But there's a specific type of ghosting which benefits us. One that is rooted in its origins, meaning spirit or soul. It's really to focus on yourself. When you find the apparition of you, that's what we're going to be looking into. The ghost of you. And if I can't be close to you, I'll settle for the ghost of you. Let's go. What I mean by focusing on yourself is we all have our destiny in life, right? We all have our goals. The life we intending to live is determined by our passions, the things we really want to chase in life. And sometimes we're blocked by the people, our surroundings, and everything around us. We can't go to where we need to go because there's too many distractions around. And this is where ghosting comes into play. Now, you, me, and everyone, we've come across a lot of people in our life. Some stay, some leave. But how many of those people are genuinely good for you? How many of those people care for you? And life is delicate in that a little drop of something can ripple throughout your life and cause chaos. That's why it's so important to pick and choose those around you and to know, to kind of prune those who benefit you from those that really suck the life out of you. And most of us get so blinded by friendships, relationships, gaslighted by our emotions that we don't see these things. It becomes too late once we finally realize that these people aren't good for us. That's why sometimes you have to leave, and it's okay to leave. Ghosting is okay if you set out to find yourself. It's better to ghost people than to be followed by the ghost of your dreams. And that's what fills our soul. We're all ghosts. One way or another, we're all living from the shadows of our past. The premonitions, the dreams, the goals that we've had prior to everything that life has thrown at us. One point, we all had this apparition, this great inspiration from life, that this image that we intended and envisaged ourselves to be. That vision of yourself when you was younger, that's the ultimate true version of you. And sometimes we make mistakes. Most of us, we make plenty, and that's okay, as long as we are willing to correct them, as long as we are willing to reshape ourselves to mold that image that we have ghosted, the ghost of our dreams. So when we're young, we look at ourselves as when you're 20, when you're 30, 40, we have visions that, by this time I should be this, I should be that. And if we don't commit to that, we never really see ourselves become that person. And that's why you have to look at that. Always constantly remind yourself of that person, that ghost that follows you. And that ghost is your dreams. That dreams is the best of us. It makes us see a better version of ourselves, even though we don't see ourselves worthy or befitting of that image. That's why we need to keep on working towards that. So if, let's say, for instance, in your career, you envisioned yourself within 5 to 10 years time that you'll be this person. So you'll be promoted, you'll be the head of your field, or whatever career you have chosen, you'll excel in that. But then 5-10 years later, you still haven't achieved that. And that's how you know you've been distracted. And that's when it's time to leave everything behind and focus on yourself, so that you can fulfill and see that image of you develop. Because we only have one life, and this life is so short. So what's the point of seeing everything in this world and not being able to see your true self? It doesn't bring any satisfaction to you, because you'll live a life that isn't even yours. You'll go through life seeing reflections of you in window shops and mirrors and selfies, but not even truly getting to know yourself, that ghost within. Our greatest fear, though, is that during this time when we ghost people, is that we become lonely. Yeah, I understand it can be quite terrifying at first, but once you understand the peace of being lonely, then you understand that you have so much you can do, that it's actually so freeing. Like, you're freed from the shackles because you don't owe anyone anything. You don't have to be a certain thing. You don't have to act a certain way because they want you to do this, the others want you to do that. You're free to be who you truly are. And once you have that peace in your loneliness, then you'll see the true value of yourself. You learn to enjoy yourself more and actually get to know yourself more. And in doing so, you get to focus on the things that develop you. And this is the most important part of this. In ghosting others, when you leave people behind, you have to focus on yourself. Meaning there's going to be times that you're going to be lonely and you're going to be alone, but you have to grind, because the grind in the process takes a long time, and you really just can't afford people. Like, you can't afford to be spending time with people. It requires 100% of your effort and time. Unfortunately, most people just won't be understanding of that. If you find someone that does understand that, then you're lucky, and you should cherish that time, and you should cherish their presence in your life. But this is for the general, and that most of us will never really find those type of people. But for the meantime, whilst you do that, you have to grind. And it's so delicate that, like, the grind really requires so much of you. So you have to work 24/7, really. And there's really no time to be wasting on people that you have to keep up appearance for, and you have to keep on messaging and keep on maintaining like high maintenance type of friendships and relationships. They're just so difficult because they're not understanding of your grind. They're not understanding of your process, that they just don't quite fathom that the grind requires 100% of your attention. And if they ain't supportive of that, then they ain't really supportive of you. And it's time to leave them. Now, I'm a master of this myself. Once it doesn't benefit me anymore, or they don't cherish my presence, you just leave. You cut it off. You ghost them. And there's no emotions into this. There's no hard feelings. It's just that when you need to focus on yourself and develop yourself, you pursue your dreams and your goals in life, you really can't be wasting time on people that just try to put you down and diminish your worth. You're trying to build your value. So why surround yourself with those that don't see it? You'll just be blinded by their hatred and jealousy. Their negativity, it saps your whole life. It's really just that simple, that you have to ghost others in order to see yourself. And once you leave them, make sure you never come back. Don't even look back, not even a glimpse. And that's how life should be. Life is really too short to be looking around at everything. You have to be focused on your life in the way you want to live it, and that's how you have to be. But don't be upset when people leave, or you leave people behind, because people leave so that better people can come in. And that's what you need to appreciate. You need to let go of those people who are unwilling to hold on to you, because if you don't, you're just wasting your time and energy, because you're clinging on to something that isn't even attached to you anymore. So just let it go. And this is the art of letting go, really. Finding peace and contentment in the things that stay and the things that don't. And that if it was really truly yours, it never leaves. Life is so simple. And people always complicate that. Everyone has their own reasons. Everyone has their own struggles or belief in many things. But at the end of the day, if they truly mean that much to you and you to them, then it never leaves. So that means if people let go, people don't contact you, people ghost you, and they don't come back, it was never meant for you. And find peace in that. That's the art of letting go. Just keep on moving forward. Go the way you want to live your life. And if people stick around, then that means they appreciate you and they want you. But if not, let go. Keep moving forward. You have to think in focused manner, in that it's you and your goals. A to B. Everything in between, it doesn't matter. And in that road, you have to remain focused. If people come with you, then so be it. But if people leave, don't chase them. Don't be distracted and follow their path. You have to stay focused and remain on your path, because that's your life. And at the end of the day, you still have to complete that A to B to fulfill your life. And if you get distracted on a different path and follow other people, then you lose yourself. There's this quote that I saw that it says, people are like paper airplanes floating through the air. And life is like a gust of wind, slowly guides and puts you into different course. Sometimes you can be set off course by the wrong gust. But there's people that you meet in life that are typhoons, hurricanes, storms. They don't just set you off course. They completely obliterate your path and your goal and your vision, and you lose yourself. And that's why it's so difficult. And that's why I said at the beginning of this video that life is so fragile and delicate. You can't put your energy or yourself or your life at risk by being surrounded by people that are typhoons, that are hurricanes, storms raging within, because they're a mess themselves, and they'll create a mess in you if you're not careful with them, if you let them inside your life. So it's better to ghost people in that way and never look back, because like an airplane that flies above the storm, you're safe and your life is safe. Your life isn't in danger anymore, because a lot of people can put you in danger. So overall, that's what I mean by ghosting. Don't be afraid to let go. That's the art of it. The art of letting go is that what is yours will always be yours and it will never leave. And what leaves was never yours to begin with. So find peace in that. Everything that is yours in life will always remain yours. No one can take that away from you. And if someone can take that away from me, it was never yours to begin with. Understand that in life, in people, in relationships, and in everything, so that you don't live a rented life. Because we all want a stake of this own. We want to experience life for our own. And that's how you truly experience it, when you live a life that is truly tailored to you. I hope this video helps you. Detach yourself from toxic relationships, from toxic friendships, and everything that is negative for you and something that is hindering your progress in life. That's the art of letting go. Don't be afraid. You can do this on your own. Trust me, you are strong enough. You may not see that right now, but once you live it, once you understand the power of you, you truly be appreciative of yourself and you'll value yourself more. Your value won't be reliant on others and the way how others see you, because you see yourself truly for who you are. You see that image of yourself come to fruition. And hopefully we all come to a stage where we see that. We see the true image of ourselves. We see the true value of us, not something that is on a sale by the perspective or the opinions of others. The one that we can value forever. And hopefully you like this video. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Let's grow this channel together and help each other along the way.